morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin with me, Yutsa Bhattrai. The top stories first. Government backtracks from its decision. Ruling party decides to withdraw controversial ordinance. Main opposition party demands House session immediately. NC leaders denounce government decision to issue controversial ordinance. Government reopens Pashupatinath temple after 9 months. Devotees told to maintain physical distance at the temple. Chinese spaceship returns with fresh samples from the moon. Researchers expect samples to be useful for new discovery. And Liverpool go clear at the top. Everton beats Leicester in Premier League. And now, the news in detail. The government is preparing to withdraw the ordinance related to the Constitutional Council. A meeting of the ruling Nepal Communist Party held at the Prime Minister's official residence yesterday decided to withdraw the ordinance following a widespread condemnation from all quarters. The party also decided to put on hold the demand of NCP lawmakers to call for Parliament session. The meeting also decided to make appointments of constitutional bodies on the basis of a mutual agreement. Meanwhile, party chairman and Prime Minister KP Oli informed the party leaders that the Constitutional Council meeting on Tuesday did not take any decisions regarding the appointments at vacant posts of various commissions. NCP leaders have decided to hold the next meeting on December 20 this Sunday. Party spokesperson Narayan Kaji Shrestha informed that the Central Committee meeting of the party has been scheduled for December 25. The main opposition party, Nepali Congress, has demanded the government to summon House sessions immediately. Nepali Congress has cited its parliamentary party meeting this Friday to discuss current issues. A meeting of NC office bearers held at Party President Sher Bahadur Deoba's residence in Buranilkantha yesterday demanded immediate announcement of House session. NC leaders said that the ordinance related to the Constitutional Council issued by the government is against the spirit of the Constitution. The meeting also concluded the government's decision to issue an ordinance by avoiding parliamentary session has exposed its anti-democratic nature. The opposition leaders during yesterday's meeting discussed about organizing strong protest against controversial government decisions. Different groups have been taking to the streets demanding change in the current constitution and governance system. Constitution experts have, however, questioned the legitimacy of their demands. Kathmandu and other large cities across the country have witnessed a large-scale protest against the ruling party and the existing system. These elements have demanded the elimination of federalism, republican setup and secularism in the country that were established after a popular mass movement of April 2006. Protesters have been chanting slogans against the current system in Kathmandu, Dhangari, Janakpur, Butwal, Pokhara, Biratnagar and other cities. Constitution experts, however, have opined that although the Constitution of Nepal 2015 provides for freedom of opinion and expression, it is not a wise move to take up the streets and demand a change of system against the spirit of the existing law of the land. Legal experts believe that the current protest is a result to weakness on part of the government. They say that the protests have been fueled by the incompetency of the government and the political parties, and they should be held accountable to some extent. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 736 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The daily infection in the country is the lowest in months. The country, especially the capital, had seen a spike in infection after the government lifted lockdown and other restrictions a few months ago. Cases had been rising steadily until 2 weeks ago. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 250,916, while the number of active cases currently is 9,757. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 238,569 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. The death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 1,743 across the country, with the confirmation of 13 new fatalities yesterday. Nepal is currently among the top 40 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with 17,036 confirmed cases, followed by India with 9.95 million cases. Pashupatinath Temple, the sacred temple of the Hindus, has reopened for the public after 9 months. The temple had remained shut due to the risk of COVID-19 infection and the subsequent lockdown. The temple has been reopened for public only after taking full precautionary measures starting from yesterday. Devotees have said they're happy with the government's decision to allow offering prayers in the temple. The temple premises were already crowded with devotees after the temple reopened yesterday. President Vidyadevi Bhandari had offered an apology offering to Pashupatinath as a ritual before it was opened for the public on Tuesday. Pashupati Area Development Trust has requested the devotees to maintain physical distance while offering prayer. The trust has also arranged a sanitizer and thermal guns for necessary precautions. Similarly, no one is allowed inside the temple without a mask. And now, the news from Economic Front. The price of gold escalated by 800 rupees per tola in the Nepali market yesterday. According to the Federation of Nepal Gold and Silver Dealers Association, the precious yellow metal was traded for 93,100 rupees yesterday. The price of hallmark gold on Tuesday had been fixed at 92,100 rupees. The price of silver has also increased by 30 rupees and was traded for 1,230 rupees per tola in the domestic market. The Federation further informed the price of gold has surged in Nepal following the increased price at the international market. Gold has been traded at $1,856 per ounce in the international market. We'll be taking a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. China's Chang'e 5 spacecraft has returned to the Earth, carrying samples of rock and soil collected from the Moon. According to BBC, a capsule carrying the materials landed in Inner Mongolia shortly after 1:30 local time on Tuesday. China has been the third and the latest country to successfully conduct Mission Moon. 40 years earlier, American Apollo and Soviet lunar missions brought their samples back home. The new prototype is expected to provide a fresh insight on the geology and early history of Earth's satellite. For China, the successful completion of the Chang'e 5 venture will also be seen as another demonstration of the nation's increasing capability in space, BBC reported. The Chang'e 5 venture was launched at the end of November. The Chinese mission targeted a high volcanic region called Mons Rumke in the northwest of the near side of the moon. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Roberto Firmino's 90th minute header sent Liverpool back to the top of the Premier League with a 2-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur yesterday. With the defeat, Spurs' 11-match unbeaten run came to an end. According to Reuters, Tottenham began the night ahead on goal difference, but Firmino's goal sparked joy among the 2,000 fans allowed in at Anfield. Southampton's Theo Walcott scored against his old club Arsenal for a 1-1 draw. Everton backed up their weekend win over Chelsea to beat fourth-placed Leicester City 2-0 away. Sebastian Haller's stunning bicycle kick secured a 1-1 draw for West Ham United at home to Crystal Palace, for whom Christian Benkete scored. Benkete was later shown a red card. Leeds United struck 3 times in the last 11 minutes to sink Newcastle United 5-2 at Ellen Road. Fulham edged out of the bottom 3 with the 0-0 draw at home to Brighton and Hove Albion. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Government backtracks from its decision. Ruling party decides to withdraw controversial ordinance. Main opposition party demands House sessions immediately. NC leaders denounce government decision to issue controversial ordinance. Government reopens Pashupatinath temple after 9 months. Devotees told to maintain physical distance at the temple. Chinese spaceship returns with fresh samples from moon. Researchers expect samples to be useful for new discovery. And Liverpool go clear at top. Everton beat Leicester in Premier League. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.